Shay, big opportunity, ranked team. Like, what's your mindset going into this collectively?
I think we're all really excited, and we're just looking at it as another game. Every game we try to approach it with the same mindset of we're going out there to do our best and just beat whatever team we're playing. So we've been working really hard in practice and just scouting really hard and trying to just get better every single day and really focusing on ourselves and not so much on the team we're playing, and just the ways that we can be the best we can.
Kendall talked on Friday, I guess it was, that like slow starts was something that you guys were kind of battling through a year ago. Like, how have you guys approached like avoiding those this year?
Yeah, we work on that every day in practice. We do something called first quarter where we just go out and try to like end the first quarter against the guys with a lead, and so that's something that we're being really intentional about. And I know that our starting lineup just is amazing, and they're gonna figure it out regardless. And we all have their back. So I think that's the biggest key, is just knowing that they're going to push through it, and we're going to continue to just go into a game with our minds being ready and our bodies being ready to just go and attack it.
When Letty goes down, I know you played a little bit at the 5, in that exhibition game. What do you kind of see your role and how that's kind of maybe changed given the injury to Letty and what you might anticipate this season?
Yeah, for me, I think I just want to do anything I can to get on the court, and I'll play at any spot I need to, honestly, to help the team, and that's really what it's all about. I think we're all having to step up. Everyone, underclassmen have had to step up. Haven has had to play really big minutes in practice and play against Kendall every day. So I think, I'm just proud of us for the way that we've rallied around each other and rallied around Letty and kind of helped lift her up in this time. So yeah, for me, I'm just gonna work as hard as I can to learn whatever position I need to in order to help the team.
How different do you feel this year with a year of real meaningful college basketball minutes under your belt?
Yeah, I feel a lot different. Just knowing the system, knowing the coaches, what they expect, what the team expects, and having that experience from last year has made a huge difference. Just put my mind at ease a lot and made practice feel a lot easier and more comfortable for me, because I feel like I'm doing less thinking and more just playing, not having to think about like what actions we're running and what plays we're running, because I just know them like so deep in my brain, and kind of know the expectations. So being an upperclassman now, being able to have that leadership role has been really cool for me.
Just as a transfer, how long does it take to go through that process? As we're mentioning last season, was there a time maybe last season where you started to feel that comfort level kind of coming along for yourself, with the system and what the expectations were?
Yeah, I think transferring is a lot harder than people make it out to be. You're basically a freshman again, and you have to relearn a whole new system, relearn everything, and you're just grasping a lot of new information after having already had a year under my belt at Duke. Learning all of that, it was a lot, and also coming back from an injury and then getting here and having to like restart all over again was a lot for me. But I think it is for everyone, and I think that as long as you have coaches that just continually push you and help you through that, as well as teammates, it makes a big difference. So I just have continued to work as hard as I can, and I guess have hope that everything will work itself out. But I would say probably towards like the middle of the season last year is when I felt like, okay, like I know all the action. I feel really comfortable with this team, really comfortable with the coaches, and so.
Gotcha. Is there any part of you that like felt confident like you could get through it healthy for a full season? Like, I just know that had been a little bit of part of your story going into that.
I think for me, I have a lot of faith. And so that's been really important for me, just like relying on my faith and knowing that regardless of what happens, like I'm gonna figure it out. And so I try not to think about too much of those things of like worrying about that. I kind of just try to focus on day to day and like getting through each day healthy and happy, and that's all I can control at the end of the day. So that's what my mindset has been, just one day at a time.
How much of a selling point is it too that other transfers have succeeded here? You've seen Jen succeed, other transfers that have come in. Does that maybe help? I guess maybe is there something about this coaching staff that lends itself to that success from transfer players? Because you said it was difficult to make that transition sometimes.
Yeah, I think that something unique about this staff is that they really do try to get to know us as people, not just as players, which is huge. And something that's very underrated in college basketball is having that relationship with your coaches, because it just makes you feel a lot more comfortable. And I feel like when you know you have that support, it makes a big difference and also leads you to perform better on the court. So I would say that's one big thing. And also too, like, my team is just so amazing. Like, we all help each other so much, and seeing like Jasmine and Letty, like other transfers that have come in, I feel like we all kind of just like lift each other up and make everyone feel like family from the first day that we step on campus. So that was huge in that piece as well.
What has Jasmine added to you guys since she's been here?
Yeah, so Jazz is my roommate actually, so we're really good friends, and she's just an awesome person. Really, really hard worker, just a leader, and kind of leads in a different way than a lot of other people on our team. She's very calm and just like kind of keeps us collected, I think. And when she speaks, it's always very valuable, which I appreciate about her. And she's a good passer. She is an amazing offensive player as well as defense. So I think when someone can bring it on both ends of the floor like that, it makes a huge difference. And we're just really lucky to have her here and have her be able to step into that even bigger role next season.
What stands out to you about the battle you guys in the post will have tomorrow night against Florida State?
You know, I think we've really been preparing. We have awesome practice players who have helped us every day feel ready and confident. And at the end of the day, it's about us, right? It's not about who we're playing. It doesn't matter. We're going to play some really tough posts as well as tough guards this year. But I feel like we're prepared and we've worked our butts off, and that's really all we can do. If we focus too much on them, I think it will kind of take our mindset away from the game itself. So, yeah.
Coach has mentioned too, though, you know, maybe doing some prep for Florida State as official practice we're going on before you. What does that kind of maybe look like, and maybe how much of an advantage can that give you, you know, before you come to your first match of the game?
Yeah, we've been focusing on them, just kind of not knowing it, I guess. The coaches were having the practice guys run some of their actions and just play really tough against them, because Florida State plays with great pace and toughness. So having to guard that every day has just made us prepared for it in more ways than we could have even actually known. So I think that that's important. When you don't have a game for that first month of practice, it can be a little bit difficult playing against each other every day and not having something to necessarily focus on. So doing that has made a difference for us for sure, and just also made us feel more prepared.